I'm Amy Cherry. Flagler County's technical rescue teams sure have been busy, Mary Rose Hamilton reports.
The Flagler County Fire Rescue performed 4 technical rescues in a week. First of all, they rescued a motorist who crashed into a pole and they had to use the jaws of life. Flagler County's Fireflight helicopter airlifted the man to Halifax Health Medical Center in Daytona Beach. Fireflight also worked in coordination with Fire Rescue's Marine Rescue Team one evening after 2 kayakers in an inflatable boat were washed out to sea as a storm approached. And on July 26, Flagler County's Technical Rescue Team helped the Palm Coast Fire Department rescue a contractor working for the city's utility department from the top of the main water tower after he became ill. Earlier that same day, Flagler County Fire Rescue's Marine Rescue crews helped 3 occupants of 2 boats that had collided broadside with one another. More than half of Flagler County's fire rescue personnel make up the 45-member team of 312. The Marine Rescue Team division has 25 members trained to the technical level and 10 trained to the operations level. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Mary Rose Hamilton.
This portion of WNZF Local News, a service of the Daytona Beach International Airport. Fly to the Big Apple in a New York minute on JetBlue from the Daytona Beach International Airport.
A homeless man faces negligence charges after officers say he intentionally drove his vehicle with his family in it into oncoming traffic. It happened Saturday night on Seminole Woods Boulevard near State Road 100. Police say Larry Batson Jr. hit another vehicle head-on at a speed of 80 miles per hour because he apparently wanted to die. He spun into that vehicle, injuring a Palm Coast woman. Julia Dubinsky, who was in the car with her 7-year-old daughter and another woman, had to be hospitalized on what was her 46th birthday. Police say Batson was committed under the Baker Act for expressing suicidal thoughts in the moments before and after the crash. The 38-year-old was driving with a suspended license. A meeting later this week could decide the fate of Palm Coast's city manager, Ben Smith reports.
The Palm Coast City Council is holding a special meeting Thursday morning to discuss the future of city manager Jim Landon. His vision for the city has come under scrutiny in recent weeks, with some, like Vice Mayor Steve Nobile, calling for a change.
I thought it was time for him to, move on and let us refresh that position.
Nobile says the meeting should tie up loose ends on whether the council will seek to replace Landon.
Obviously, if the consensus is we're not going to, then that pretty much will end the meeting right there. But if we do decide to go forward, then what I want to do is, ensure we understand how each of us wants to move forward.
Thursday's meeting is set for 9 a.m. at City Hall. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Ben Smith.
And then there were 3. That's how many are left in the search for the next leader of the Flagler County Chamber of Commerce. Board Chairman Jimmy Milholland says more than 130 people applied for the job, and they've narrowed that down to 3 candidates after looking at education, administrative and sales background, and management of a nonprofit. Milholland says they're looking for someone who understands the Chamber's role as the voice of the business community, as well as someone who can work well with elected officials and local governments. The position has been filled only on an interim basis since Rebecca DiLorenzo left earlier this year to take a leadership position with the Red Cross. A final decision on a new executive director is expected soon, likely at the board's next meeting in about 2 weeks. And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.